Welcome to our Senior Design Showcase. We worked with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska on Bennett IQ. Today's date is April 24th, 2026. So the company we worked with was Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. That's their logo. And they were first place in Omaha's Choice Awards for health insurance provider, if you were curious. Stakeholders, Leah Hamilton, she's here today. Nathaniel Shepard, Micah Stevenson, and two more not pictured, Amanda Schneider and Rama Kohli, along with Joshua Shapland. So, for our faculty stakeholders, we have our project manager, Melanie Colger-Wright, our tribe lead, Zach Kozak, who's also here today, and our coach, Ben Ferguson, who is also here. So for the student team, I'm Evan Sipple, the squad lead and product manager. I'm a junior in software engineering.
I'm Ethan Yale. I'm the development manager. I'm also a junior in software engineering. And then just going through our developers, Zainab Rita, she is a senior in software engineering. Seth Stowell, he's a junior in data science. Sean Grafton and Justin Nguyen are both seniors in computer science. So looking at our problem here, Blue Cross and Blue Shield Nebraska uses Bennett IQ, a generative AI chatbot designed to assist customer service representatives. While Bennett generates large amounts of conversational data, there is no efficient way to analyze this data for trends, performance, or insights. This makes it difficult to understand common member issues, measure chatbot effectiveness, and identify areas for improvement. So this project aims to develop an analytics system that transforms unstructured Bennett chat data into meaningful insights. We do this by enabling trend analysis, structured outputs, and interactive visualizations such as charts and graphs. And this system helps reduce manual analysis efforts, improve visibility into chatbot performance, and support more informed decision making. So looking at our solution, this project builds a system that turns the Bennett chatbot data into useful insights. We use Databricks and an insights agent created through Azure Foundry, and users can ask questions inside of Bennett and get structured results, making it easier to explore and understand chatbot performance over time. They can have a continuous conversation with the chatbot. If, as pictured here, they can follow up with questions and try to narrow down what they look for exactly.
So yeah, getting more into our product solution, a key component is that it generates visual outputs such as tables, charts, and graphs just for the purpose of ease of use and readability. And users can typically ask follow-up questions to refine results, allowing for more interactive analysis and a clearer view of trends in the data. So we have just some examples of outputs from the chatbot. It can create tables, pie charts, bar graphs, and whatever you'd like. There's a handful of things that you can ask it to do. It can create timelines to analyze query volume over time and things like that, all for the purpose of ease of use. And these typically you have to ask specifically what kind of chart you want. And if there's not enough data, it typically won't generate it for you because there's no use for it.
Yeah, so looking at a simple sequence diagram, this is just based off a regular insights query that a user might send. So they send it to the UI, this goes through the API to the orchestrator agent, which then looks at the prompt and classifies it as an insights analysis related prompt, which then has it call the insights agent, which then sends it through the insights agent to the Genie. It has a little conversation there where it takes the prompt and it looks at these SQL tables inside of Databricks. It then returns unformatted raw JSON data, which then our agent analyzes and then formats that into a table. And it also generates a text response that helps the conversation just feel more, conversational. Then if the user sent in a chart type, it will try to create a chart, or it may infer a chart type depending on if it believes that the data would best or be better fit to have one. Then it takes that chart type, it sends it through to Genie charts, JavaScript file, which then generates the chart, puts that all together. You have the table, your text, and your chart. It puts that all together, streams it through back to the user on the front end.
All right, so getting into value and highlights, key points of making this project, one being efficiency and time savings. So it reduces that manual effort by automatically analyzing these large volumes of Bennett chat data, and that eliminates the need to manually review conversations and trends. So it generates structured outputs, or actionable insights. So it generates structured outputs like tables, charts, and graphs, and helps identify common topics, trends, and areas for improvement. And it allows for interactive and flexible analysis. So it allows users to refine queries through follow-up prompts and supports multiple visualization types like bar charts, line graphs, etc.
So looking a bit more into that, it also improves visibility into performance. It enables better understanding of Bennett chatbot behavior and usage by the customer service reps or developers who may be looking at this. It supports data-driven decisions for improving that customer experience just by looking at that data. It has a scalable and extendable design. It is designed to support future analytics features and dashboard integrations. Data is always being added to that SQL table, and it's designed that it will always just be able to analyze that no matter what. And then looking at our security and compliance, we have operated entirely within the BCBS managed infrastructure, including your dev space, using virtual machines, and it ensures sensitive data is handled securely and remains protected. Looking at our table, we've kind of removed personal information like names, dates, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Also worth mentioning that all the data that we had access to as developers was test data. None of it was real live data within Blue Cross organization. So that's another thing security-wise to make sure that that data was safe. So going into our experiences working with this project, we gained strong hands-on experience with Databricks, AI agents, and full stack development. We worked with a regulated healthcare environment, applying security and compliance practices. We strengthened communication through consistent collaboration with teammates and industry sponsors. We developed problem-solving skills by debugging complex issues and working through real-world challenges. And we built experience taking a project from initial setup to fully functional end-to-end system. Thank you, everyone.